You've won another match, and the season almost you want it to keep rolling.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's not often that you probably get to this stage of the year being the last on the ladder, and you want the season to keep going. But the energy is really high around the club. There's still a lot of enthusiasm, and I think we're just really looking forward to each week and getting another chance to implement our game plan and trying to get a win.
What's changed after the bye? You've managed to, I guess, capitalise on some of your opportunities and win a few matches now. What do you think you've improved as the season's worn on?
Oh, I think definitely the way we've moved the ball has probably helped us defensively and offensively. It's been able to allow us to kick a score and also to stop the opposition. So I know that was something that Fags and the coaching crew definitely spent a bit of a time doing a review on, especially after the first 9-10 rounds. So I think that's definitely helped us move the ball up the ground and also limit the opposition from scoring.
But it's those turnovers that aren't as prevalent.
Yeah.
And is that because the pattern of your ball movement is becoming more cemented, so there's that less indecision? Because it used to be that attacking kick into the corridor that got you all the time.
Yeah, it did, and that's obviously something we addressed, and I think also we've improved a lot on our skills. We did a lot of work over the summer. We're still continuously working now on it. So I think that definitely is a element. But also, yeah, it's just finding that balance. I mean, we just can't attack the corridor every time, which is probably what we used to do. So I think the players down there are slowly getting the right balance between when to go fast and when to go slow, and I think that's definitely preventing those turnovers, which turnover score in the first 10 rounds absolutely killed us. So that's something that we've definitely improved, and our kicking skills have definitely lifted.
Are you surprised at this path to improvement? I know you've got a lot of areas to work on yet, but are you surprised from where you were 12 months ago to the excitement and you can sort of see a path to success now?
Yeah, I think so, but we've seen with clubs over the last few years that how quickly it can turn, and I think the Bulldogs and Port Adelaide, what they did in such a short amount of time, I'm not saying that we're going to shoot up the ladder, but it's good to see that you can actually see that gradual improvement every time we train and then every time when we play as well. So not surprised, because I understand how much work the young kids and even the older guys have really put in to try and to fast track this development period, and it's great to see that we can get these little wins along the way and the energy still stay high and the enthusiasm every time we come into training. That's probably been the most pleasing thing coming from an older player.
We noticed that the method doesn't change in the wins and losses now. It's just the execution and whether it works.
Yes, the process.
Yeah, which you couldn't have said for a long time. You got seem to play a different brand of football every time you played, but it's really cemented now the way you want to play, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and credit to the coaching staff with the way they've presented and the way they've taught us how we want to play, and then the boys to go away, learn it, study it, and then execute on the weekend, which, yeah, it's a real credit to everyone in the team that's really, who has played a game, has been able to, it doesn't matter who comes in, but everyone understands it now, and that's probably another pleasing thing and exciting, that everyone understands the game plan, they know what they have to do, and they know what their role is every time they come in and play, which probably wasn't the case even earlier this year. Probably guys didn't really understand, but it seems to have clicked after the break, and I think that's what's the exciting part.
Do you think the comp's paying a bit of attention to you at the moment?
I'd like to think so. I hope teams just don't think they can come up and try and roll us, or if we go away and play. I hope there is an element of, all right, we really need to play well, otherwise Brisbane could catch off their guard. That's definitely something that we wanted to achieve as a team coming into the season. It was one of our goals to be recognised in the competition again, and I'm not saying it's there at the moment, but I feel like, I'm hopefully feeling that teams know they have to play at their best when they play us.
And you're on the G. Your foot speed's troubled a couple of sides in recent weeks. Melbourne, very good contested footy side, but probably not the fastest football side. Do you see that space and that opposition as something you can exploit?
It's a very wide ground, similar to the Gabba. The dimensions are very similar, so it is an opportunity for us. But we need to play our game. We need to get that balance right between offense and defense, and if we do that, then we know we can be in with a shot, and that's the exciting thing.
It's probably, understandably, because you're a young team and a bit lighter, that you might have struggled against the stronger teams, and they are a stronger team. How do you combat that?
Yeah, contested ball is obviously king, I think, in AFL at the moment, and Melbourne and the teams like Geelong and Port Adelaide that have those bigger bodies, we have seemed to struggle a little bit against. So it's going to be important that we can get to our strength and play our strengths, but we've got to win the contested ball first to give our outside runners an opportunity to move the ball.
Do you think, I mean, they're in the 8 now, but it's really congested. Do you think you can make them nervous this weekend?
Well, I'd like to think so, yeah, definitely. I think you definitely want to be challenged every time you go out there and play, and hopefully we can give Melbourne a really good challenge and